Yeah. Here's another update. Yeah, I don't know where should I start from. There's too much noise around and all of that. Um, well, the murders of the Norwegian police. I'm actually, I don't know where should I start from. I don't know what should I actually say about it, but yeah. You see, the cooperation between the Norwegians and the Egyptian police are some different type of cooperation. I actually didn't expect that this type of a cooperation actually happened, where the Norwegian police tortures my family members in Norway. Not the typical torture actually. Well, torture in Norway. Is more like divide and conquer, where they actually um, split my family members one by one, through the directed energy weapons, through the torture, through manipulation of the thoughts, or manipulation of the you know thoughts, or manipulation of needs and wants and everything. Um, so they actually, they always do this divide and conquer. So they actually torture each one of my family members, you know, and all the torture should actually just come down to, to me being agitated, because what they are doing, I can understand it, because they just doing torture basically. Yeah. So they go through our culture. If anything in our culture, they actually can, use it against us. They do that. If there is religion, they just use that against us. You know, all of this different type of torture. Up until this point, I'm just speaking now. Now, just let me not get out of the subject here, because I'm being angry and agitated, of course, as usual when they torture my family members. So that's one part, and comes the Egyptian fucking punks in Egypt, where the Egyptian police actually threats me with torture, more torture, threats me with violence, threats me with death, and threats me with jail if I, talk or anything, as a way of coercion, or coercion actually. I don't know if coercion is the right word for it, but so they actually just want to abuse us, abuse me, and abuse my family members, and have the Egyptian fucking police in here in Egypt doing the dirty work of, we're gonna do this to you, we're gonna do this to you, or we're gonna do this to you, and we have the Norwegian police with the directed energy weapons doing, torture, basically, like Havana syndrome. If you didn't hear about Havana syndrome, it's more or less Havana syndrome, yeah. So yeah, so they put me in the position where, torture family, and agitate us and agitate every member of my family member, as a way of, telling me that I was wrong for speaking out loud about the torture which is happening to me and my family members. Um, yeah, and we do have the Egyptian fucking police here doing the dirty work for the Norwegians, which I really, really like ashamed of being a fucking Egyptian to begin with. Out of they letting them do everything to me and to my family members. So it's even fucking shame to be a fucking Egyptian in this situation. Where you have your countryman just cooperating with the Norwegian, with like with different police force to torture me and my family members. But it all comes down to where money, like they just wouldn't, they value money more than our lives. So there is not much to say about it, like more than this, you know. And we have, of course, the torture of my family members, where my father is being tortured, my mother is being tortured. you know, my sisters, the three of them, has been tortured. So, you know, and of course they torture me, but I have wished that they choose me to torture me only, you know, but they got my family into it. So, you know, they're playing different game here, which is destroy everything they can destroy, and torture everyone that is related to me. They can torture, and but yeah, what should I tell you? It's really like it's a shame to be from a fucking country where they sell you out like, you know, for fucking nothing. That's one thing. It's a shame to you know, it's like really like, you know, it's like really a fucking shame to be a fucking Egyptian. Honestly speaking, you know, I'm just saying this because, you know, how horrible is it to torture my family members and me here being sitting here taking it every single fucking time, and, you know, trying to keep my anger in check and trying to keep everything in check, you know, but they just keep pushing and pushing and pushing, you know. They are leading me to something, you know, they are leading me somewhere where I just actually don't want to, but they just keep pushing and pushing and pushing, you know. So yeah, so it's really like a really fucking shame from, like, you know, it's really a big fucking shame to be a fucking Egyptian, and this is something I swear on. So yeah. So the torture just keeps going on. There's not much to say actually, just more torture and more torture and more torture. You know, I know they want me dead, you know, and the Egyptian fucking police would love it, you know, would love to just help them out in everything they would do, you know. But again, it's like really like big fucking shame to actually, you know, to be an Egyptian, honestly, you know. So yeah, so we will see what will happen. But all what I can say is this: if anything to happen, just know that it's the Egyptian police has their hands dirty, as well as the Norwegians. You know, the Norwegians are fucking punks. The Egyptians are fucking punks too. You know, willing to do whatever it takes for money. You know, so both fucking punks of the fucking, you know. That's the update. And if you just want to know what's happening to me right now or nowadays, I'm still being tortured. They pushing me for murder or suicide, you know, as they does with every fucking target individual. Which you know, just read the news, you will see and you will hear a lot about it. So just in case anything happens, it's the Norwegian primarily, and they do have a report into the United Nations, so I think it's easy to have access to that. So yeah, I did my part pretty well, and yeah, we will see what will happen in the future. So yeah, you never know what will happen when you have murders around you or surround you by technology and police and punks and, you know, the useful idiots or the goon squads around you. So we will see what will happen in the future, and we will see. I'll just leave it at that. So you never know what will happen. So we will see.